But again, the Steelers not just need a win, they need the Ravens to lose.
Right.
That's the only way they get in the playoffs. They have to win, and Baltimore has to lose to the Browns in order for Pittsburgh to get in. And I want to ask a question. I know a lot of people don't want to hear this name. Is this where the Steelers have missed LeVeon Bell the most? This late part of the season where offense has been a struggle consistently, as Jeff alluded to. Great. James Conner had a pretty good year. But they don't have LeVeon Bell.
Obviously, James Conner's injured now, right? So
now,
LeVeon Bell gives you an extra player.
Right.
But let's look at the teams who've started to win football games now, or the way that offense and passing yards has fallen back to the mean. Right. Now running games are starting to win games, right? Physicality is starting to win games. And we've seen LeVeon Bell get better through the progressions of seasons. This is where we usually see him play his best ball. This is where we usually see him take over games, and not having that person, not just being able to just turn around and say, hey, 2-6, we're going to give it to you. You go make something happen, has definitely hurt this team down the stretch.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. And it's not, I mean, everybody thinks about just the running in between the tackles. You know, he's a pause runner. He waits, then finds the hole and gets there. It's the motion out of the backfield. Yeah. It's line them up wide. I mean, what matchups can you create, not only for him, but what matchups does that create for every other receiver that you have out there? He is just so multi-talented of what he can do and all the different places you can put him. Is a guy like that missing? Does that hurt your offense? Absolutely it does. Check downs, what he can do over the middle when it's a 3-yard check down and he ends up making a big play, making somebody miss and taking it the distance. It's all of the little things, which to RC's point, that's playoff football. At the end of the day, there's such a small margin between good football teams that the little things matter. Things like that, can you take that check down and make it a first down? All of those details of what LeVeon Bell is, James Conner was doing those things before he got hurt. The Steelers just missed it. I mean, it's just one of those things.
You know what's going to happen, though, Ease? People are going to say, well, you know what? They didn't win the Super Bowl with LeVeon Bell anyway.
Right.
But then you think back to it. LeVeon Bell's hurt in the AFC Championship against the New England Patriots. They didn't lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars last year because the offense didn't play well or because LeVeon Bell didn't play well. They lost to the Jaguars because they gave up 45 points, and a pick six was one of those. So people who are going to say, well, they haven't won championships with this great running back, you're going to be wrong, because in all of those years, he's done his part.
Right.
You know, being injured is something that he can't control. When he's on the field, he has performed.
Yes, sir.
And this is a guy they're missing.
And I totally understand here that the offenses have dipped back a little bit. Maybe we saw a little bit of a resurgence from the Saints today. Last couple of weeks, it's been tough. We saw the Rams re-energized today. Maybe that was the quality of the competition. But
always helps. Always helps when you take that Cardinals elixir.
But now that the Saints have clinched home field throughout, who's going to go into the Superdome and beat them?
Nobody wants to go. Right? Nobody wants to play there. But when you look at the NFC and some of the teams that they have assembled, we watched the Los Angeles Rams go there and play pretty good ball. Right? Obviously, you gave up some plays. Marcus Peters was matched up on Michael Thomas. Right. But you know they can score there. If you look at the Dallas Cowboys, we saw what happened in that matchup defensively. And now you have the Chicago Bears, who have a resurgence of the monsters of the Midway. So there are teams that can go in there and play. Pittsburgh Steelers had an opportunity to win today. There's a fake punt that you missed. There's a fumble when you're driving to tie the game. It's just a difficult place to play. Right. And the reason why is, think of Drew Brees the last 3 weeks and Drew Brees today. Yeah. Right. Think of the efficiency of this offense, the way it looked today, and what we were saying before this week. If you can play like that at home, if this defense could get going and stop giving up some big plays we saw today, they're going to be tough to beat.